Hey, 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 what's going on? It's Tasha Wilson, a boss chick. I'm back. Y'all know I'm going to keep coming on here dropping nuggets and sharing with you what we have going on. I'm super, super excited and fired up. I'm about to tap y'all in. I want y'all to hear my Forex brother who be killing these charts, him and his wife. They're doing amazing things in this industry, this $6.7 trillion a day industry. So I want to let y'all hear from some of my wealth partners. I'm about to tap you in right now. So stay tuned, like this and share. Like and share. And if you're not following me yet on Instagram, go to Latasha Boss Chick. Latasha, Latasha, Bosschic. Let's connect. All right, tune in right now. Here I come, guys. I'm about to show you right now what's going on. Sneak peek.
Have to do this whole career thing as employees, or can we ever flip the dynamic and can we position ourselves to be the boss? If anybody can relate to me, just give me some 111s as I share my background so you know where I'm coming from. But that's really the kind of upbringing I had, all right? And all my life, I tried to figure out, man, like, how do you change? I used to actually, I grew up in the church, right? They used to always preach, like, you should be the head and not the tail. You should be the lender and not the borrower. And I was like, well, why are we still borrowing? I'm like, why are we still, like why are we still at the bottom of the totem pole? I was just so confused as a little kid. Maybe I was a kid that had too many questions, I guess. And I was just like, man, how do we flip the script on this stuff? And by the time I was 19 and I found myself working a regular job, I just threw in the towel. I said, this isn't it. I was in college. I never forget. I had professors in college and they were teaching me how to own businesses, and none of these guys own businesses. So all this stuff was really confusing to me. I'm like, I'm paying these guys a lot of money to learn how to do something that they've never even done. This is just, something's not clicking for me. So anyway, I dropped out of college. I launched my first business around 19, 20 years old. Did pretty well, but I lost that business quickly. And when I lost that business, it opened up my mind to find this industry here. And when I found this industry, I fell in love with it. Not only could I become financially successful, but the way you become successful in this space is you turn around and help somebody else win as well. I like that idea. Like, I like working in groups. I like not only me winning, but maybe somebody else winning. I fell in love with the dynamics of this industry. And within about 18 months, I went from working 2 jobs to making over $100,000 a year. I'll never forget that year. I specifically made $127,000 that year, 24, 25 years old. Maybe that's chump change to y'all, but that was a lot to me. All right, 25 years old. That was huge to me. All right. And from that year forward, my financial thermostat was set. All right. Anybody here ever work a job and then maybe you get another job where you make more money? Like, from that day forward, you don't try to go back to jobs where they pay you less. If you agree with me, give me a 111, right? You're like, I'm not going to work a job where they pay me what I used to make. I got to make this much or more, right? Your financial thermostat starts to increase. Well, that's what happened for me at 25 years old. So I literally thank God every morning that there hasn't been a year since I was 25 years old that I haven't made at least 100 grand for the year. Now, hopefully I still look like I'm 25, 24, maybe even 20, all right? But I'm 34 years old, all right? So I'm grown now, I'm a father, I have kids, all that good stuff. And I got to a point where I had to mature a little bit. Now, I'm gonna be even more transparent in my story. Even though I've made good money young, let me be very open, and this was not easy for me for a long time to be this open, but let me be open with you. I can even show you some visuals. Don't take this the wrong way now. Let me show you some visuals, all right? Let's move this stuff around. What we got all going on here? All right. Even though I've made money at a young age, all right, I'm just trying to bump all these screens and stuff around. Even though I was blessed enough to make some good money at a young age, I'm going to be transparent with you. As fast as I was making money is just as fast as I was spending money. As fast as I was making money is just as fast as I was spending money. Now, don't leave me by myself, because y'all gonna be like, see, he don't know how to take care of his money. Don't get all grown and mature on me, because some of y'all spend y'all money before the check come too. Come on now, if one or two of y'all will be honest with me, just give me a 111. If you know, because I know my folks, right? We get so good at spending money, we'll spend the money before we even get the money. So all I did was I had that same energy instilled in me, but just with more money. Like y'all spend, your $20 an hour fast. Maybe you make $30 an hour, right? Y'all spend that money before you even get it. I was just spending $20,000, $30,000 a month before I ever got it. So those same principles were instilled in me, even though I was making 10 times more than all my friends around me. So I say all that to tell on myself and tell you, I don't live in that house right there. I don't drive that car right there no more. I got rid of all this stuff because I wanted to learn how to be wiser with my money. I was making money, but I was spending it on things that could not bring me more money. So when I got introduced to this space, it was a no-brainer for me. I needed a mature space to be in. I needed to get a better grip on my finances. I needed to do what, I ain't gonna sit here and act like I know all the scriptures, but I remember this one story in the good book. It said that the man gives you talents, and it's up to you to go multiply them. Otherwise, they'll be stripped away from you. So I wanted to find a mature way to multiply my talents, money, what have you. So for me, I say all that to tell on myself that when I saw this space, it was mature, it was recession-proof, it was convenient, it made so much sense, I even tried to call it a scam. I'm like, wait, this makes too much sense. It gotta be a scam. And I ignored it probably a good 2 times when I first saw it. But that third time around, I think God was just trying to get my attention. And I was at a point where I couldn't even afford to not pay attention. I'm telling you, I couldn't even afford to not pay attention. So guys, if you're a guest on this call, I just want you to hear my backstory before I get too fired up and proceed with this conversation. But I hope you're operating in the spirit of faith right now, not a spirit of fear, because if I was in a space of fear that day when I heard this, I would have missed all of this. This company took me from I was going to say a super low, but to be real with you, it was a negative. Forget just being low in my finances. I'm talking about being negative. If I got anybody who's mature enough to be honest with me, if you've ever been negative in your account, just give me an NEG, NEG short for negative. If you'll be honest with me, if I ain't the only one who's seen negative once before in their account. That's where I was when I first saw this, and I couldn't even afford to pass this up. I said, this makes too much sense. It's mature. It matches my beliefs. It just checked off all the boxes that I needed checked off. I got started, and it took me to the most income I've ever made in all my 10 years of being an entrepreneur. So family, it's hard for me to kind of share my backstory like that, but I've been encouraged to share it openly because I believe I'll touch somebody on this call, right? If you're flowing with me right now, just give me some 111s and the energy that in the chat box. That tells me, bro, I'm with you. I'm with you. Just show me a little bit of energy in the chat box. 111 if you're still with me. That makes me feel like I'm not alone in my backstory, right? But anyway, let's go ahead and dive into what we're doing, guys. I'm going to show you a way to make money where you can stay right at home. I'm going to show you a way where you can make money online. Look what's happening in the world right now. We're all forced to be online. We're having a huge meeting, but we're not even meeting. We're online, right? Look at what's happening in the world. I'm going to show you how to make money online. But then what I like is we're going to show you a skill set that regardless of what your job or your boss is telling you you can earn, we're going to show you a skill set that regardless whether the economy is high or the economy is low, regardless, if you can type that out for me, regardless. We need to be in a position where regardless with all that's going on around us, we can still advance our success, advance our income. A lot of us on this call who've really been dialed in, we've made more money this year in the most challenging economic year in years because of what I'm getting ready to show you. And it's because there's a skill that you can learn. And it's like riding a bike. See, once you learn how to ride a bike, you should know how to ride a bike. They can't take that away from you. Now, I know some of us grown and we probably ain't ride no bike in a while, but you should still remember how to, pedal and ride the bike, right? Proceed that thing, push it forward, right? So we're going to show you how to continuously have a skill set that can push your finances forward for the rest of your life. Man, I really get excited and I got to kind of calm myself down when I talk about this, because I'm telling y'all like my real story. Like that's all this is, all right? So let me show you how it all works, guys. One thing I learned when I was in the beginning of my business career is I read a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and I'll never forget, man, that book cracked my head, my brain like an egg, right? And I'm like, oh my goodness, I felt like, there's the secrets to success. Because see, what I was taught to make more money was you gotta have more jobs. I'll never forget when I left college, I came home after I lost that first company. I asked my mom, I said, Mom, well, give me some advice. I mean, how do I make more money? And I'll never forget, she told me, son, if I were you, I would go get 2 jobs. Give me some 2s in the chat box if you were raised and taught the way I was raised and taught. See, that's somebody who's been taught to work for someone else. That's what I was taught. That was my mom's that was her best financial advice to me. But see, in the book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, they give you the sauce on the 2 biggest ways to get ahead financially. And the 2 biggest ways to get ahead financially is not to get a second job. I met a millionaire when I was 20 years old. And this guy told me, he said, man, what are you doing for income? I said, right now I'm working these 2 jobs. He said, bro, don't you realize 2 jobs are for 2 people? I don't know why that simple phrase just slapped me like a ton of bricks. I'm like, that makes sense. Anybody ever worked 2 jobs and you just twice as tired, twice as stressed out? Like the second job don't even pay as much as the first job, so you're already behind. I'm like, yo, that makes sense. So again, I've learned from wealthy people, and this is what wealthy people teach their families. Wealthy people don't teach their families to go get jobs. They don't teach them to work hard. They teach them to work smart. Somebody type smart in the chat box. See, I'm 34. Type smart in the chat box. I feel like I've been working hard for 20, 30 years. Remember, I told a woman that. She said, boy, you ain't old enough to talk like that. I said, well, I respect you, but hey, I gotta switch it up because I'm 30 years old and I'm tired of working hard. Especially when I see people around me working way smarter. So how do you work smarter, Dwayne? Well, there's 2 things you got to do. You got to find a way to have a big business, not a little side business, not a little side gig, not a little hustle. Some of y'all got a little hustle on the side. Yeah, well, I do hair on the side, girl. I got my own little hustle. No, I'm not talking about a little hustle. I'm talking about a big business. Give me a BB in the chat box if you're flowing with me. A big business. See, this is where you create leverage. This is where there's a lot of people putting in effort so that your effort becomes less, but your income becomes much more. This is why people say they want to retire, because retirement to them just means I can do a little less and the money still flows in. I'm going to show you how you can work less but earn more through a big business. We're going to show you how to launch your own big business tonight on this call. Yo, we can shut this call down. Like, y'all should already be ready to get started. We're going to show you how to launch your own big business. This is stuff that we weren't raised on, y'all. Anyway, let's talk about the last space, which is investing. See, investing is where you don't even work for the money anymore. Money works for you. Another aha moment that hit me. I'm like, okay, I've heard that phrase before, have money work for you. But if anybody can be mature and be honest with me, if you went 20, 30 years of your life and you never had money working for you, just give me some zeros in the chat box. I went 20, 30 years and I never had money working for me. I always was the one working for the money. I heard the phrase, but nobody taught me how to flip the script. So all I can do is give y'all my personal journey. When I heard about this I Am Mastery Academy, where their mission is to help you master how to have your own home-based business, where their mission is to help you master how to be a successful investor and have money work for you. I just got to a point of maturity where I said, man, I can't afford not to learn. I can't afford not to. It'll cost me more not to get involved here than what it will to get involved here. So I got involved here. I'm be honest with you. So I got involved here. And we're encouraging you to get involved here today as well. So let me go ahead and break this down deeper. And if you agree with me when I'm finished, welcome to the Academy. And if you disagree, thanks for listening. Thanks for listening. But we're going to do this the best way we can, and hopefully you catch it, guys. I know sometimes you might have heard our space where people just talk about foreign exchange investing. That's actually one slither of what we do ultimately. We'll teach you how to trade in the stock market. Give me a 111 if you've ever heard of these spaces, right? If you heard of the stock market, give me a 111, right? Yes. You guys heard of the stock market. If you ever heard of metals, right? Like silver and gold. Like, do you understand that people trade and invest in silver and gold? Let's switch it from 111 to yes, right? I want to get you in your yes flow. So if you ever heard that people invest in silver and gold, just like the chat box up with some yeses. I'm be honest with you. Only place I ever heard silver and gold was in church song. I'm like, okay, y'all keep singing about it, but how do we make that work for us? And I'm just telling y'all my story. All right. Then, of course, we have what's called foreign exchange. All right, that's where you exchange foreign currencies. All right, now if you've never seen that before, if you've been to the airport, you've seen that there's booths that they exchange one currency for the next. Y'all have seen this before. Just throw some yeses in there. Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah. I've seen that. Okay. But then they got this space called digital currencies. We show you how to make money in a space called digital currencies. Now, I didn't know much about it, but there's a thing called Bitcoin. Just drop a yes if you've heard of Bitcoin. All right? Heard of Bitcoin. See, these are things that there's no scam or scheme about this stuff. Turn on the financial networks. They're talking about this on CNBC right now. Go turn on Bloomberg, the real money networks. They're talking about this stuff right now. Unfortunately, we just ignore this stuff. I started getting a little more in tune with it. I come to find out I got a stocks app sitting right on my phone. I'm like, wait, I ain't download this. This thing came mandatory on my phone. If you got an iPhone, just give me a yes. Like, oh, yeah, I've seen that. Now, some of y'all done deleted it to make space, but this stuff is mandatory. Like, ain't no scam or scheme about any of this. This stuff is standard. Unfortunately, it's not standard in certain households. And I just happened to grow up in one of those households where talking about making money in stocks was not the common conversation. All right, that was not the common conversation. So this is why I get so appreciative of people like Chris and Isis for turning around and creating an academy that teaches the average person how to play one of the biggest money games in the world. I've seen the movie Wolf of Wall Street. I even seen the movie Boiler Room. Some of y'all might be dating myself a little bit with that one, right? Boiler Room. But I've seen these movies. I've seen these Wall Street guys, but nobody was teaching how to make Wall Street money on my street. We're about to bring this right to your street. So guys, this is why I got excited about this I Am Mastery Academy, where you're going to learn, but you're also going to earn. You're going to learn, but you're also going to earn. And they've combined two of the most powerful things you can have your hands on today, which is education and technology. You see, once you know better, you can do better. But if you don't know better, you just still, running in circles. And that's where I found myself. So let me go a little bit deeper, guys. If you decide to get started and come learn with us and come learn how are people making hundreds of dollars a day. I heard you guys are making thousands of dollars a day. I heard somebody made tens of thousands of dollars a day. Well, these stories are true, all right, but you got to know better in order to do better. So if you do decide to join our academy, there's 3 things they're going to provide you. We're going to talk about 3 things and we go on, all right? 2 of them focus on education, and the last one focuses on technology. Let me break it down to you. So the first thing that's going to happen when you join us is we're going to put you through a training course, just like your job. If you start a new job today, they're going to put you through some type of training. Give me a yes if you with me on that. Yeah, they put me through some training, bro. Yeah, I thought I knew how to do it, but they started me off with the training. We're going to do the same thing here, man. We know you don't understand the markets. We know many of us have never invested this way. So we're going to put you through some training. And what I like about it is that the training is recorded video training, kind of like a Netflix, right? Netflix ain't nothing but a bunch of recorded videos, but it's just there to entertain you. Our videos, our training is going to break it down to you in bite-sized pieces on how you can understand the market. When should I invest in a certain currency? When should I trade that currency? When do I know when the market is going up? When do I know when the market's coming down? How do I know which currency I should invest in today? I saw somebody in the chat box earlier. They said, "Oh, well, I have the Robinhood app." And listen, I commend it. But see, unfortunately, with the Robinhood app, you just got an app that gives you access. It don't teach you. Ain't no training. Ain't no training course. All right. So again, I appreciate all those apps, but if you don't know what to do with it, you just sitting there hoping to choose the right thing. We're not basing this off hope, family. We helping people have legitimate strategy on how to understand now's the time to enter the market. Now is an opportune time to make your move. We break it down into bite-sized videos, 2-minute, 5-minute, 10-minute videos where you can digest the information. Now, after you get that information, now we're going to elevate you. The second thing we give you is access to live professionals. See, this part fired me up because I told y'all my story already. All right, I'm a college dropout. I don't have a college degree. I don't have one. But I only left college because I was in school for entrepreneurship. And every entrepreneurship teacher I had, when I asked them, hey, what kind of business have you guys ran? None of them ran a business. That was kind of weird to me. I'm like, wait, I got a business down the street. You teaching me how to run business, but you never even touched the business. And I wouldn't say that to them, but it always just wrecked my brain. I'm like, I'm paying a lot of money. My mama back home stressing, trying to keep me in here. And this dude don't even know anything about business. So I never said it to them, but it was always awkward. Here, you're learning from people who are live, successful investors. Dr. China, man, I saw she had a video. She was talking to a guy. I'll just call him an educator. And I got wind of that video. Some guy that made a lot of money in investing. He was one of the educators with our academy. I never forget a short portion of that video. This guy basically said, this blew me away, y'all. This guy said, I never really worked jobs like that, or something to that extent. He was saying, like, all my family's ever done is invest in the markets. Now that messed me up because everybody I knew, all they did was work jobs. I never met somebody who said, no, all I've ever done is trade in the markets. Yeah, my family don't work hard. My family all we were taught is to work smart. See, that was a paradigm shift for me. And I was like, wow, there's people out here who really do this. And this is all they do. And they look at the others like, wow, like, it's just two different sides of two different spectrums. And all my life, man, I've been trying to figure out what do wealthy people do, because I know what poor and middle class people do. I know what it walks like, talks like, smells like, and I'm just over following those principles. I'm ready to challenge myself into the space of wealth. So I get excited about the live educators because these live educators, they're holding your hand, walking you through. People who have already been massively successful. Some of them have made 6 figures, 7 figures. I was on a class one day, a guy made $70,000 in like 10 minutes. I had to just jump off the call. I'm like, man, this is blowing me away. The teacher just made 70 grand in 10 minutes. Those are the kind of teachers I want to pay a lot of money to learn from. Give me a 111. If you're going to pay 10, 20, 30,000 a semester to learn from somebody, that's the kind of teacher I think I want to learn from. So this stuff got me excited, man. And they come from all different walks of life. Dr. Kathy Kirkland, who's become now a friend of mine. She literally has turned $40 into $1.4 million. Young professionals, mature adults, so many successful professional investors here that know how to analyze the markets. They know how to teach you, hey, when this big blue line starts curving up, that's where you want to make your move. Hey, when these red and green dots start popping up, that means you want to slow down. I know it looks like a heart monitor to most of you right now, but we're going to teach you how to make sense out of it. And the best part is it's live. The person who invited you, they are not your teacher. They're just a bridge to bring you on board. Thank them for bringing you on board, but now they've given you access to all these professional investors. You can go back and forth with them, type in your questions, get your support that you need from people who are doing what you're trying to do. Guys, I'm gonna close this out with one final part, and this is my favorite part. My favorite part is this. I'm all about the education, all about it. I'm gonna be totally transparent with you. Even at 34 years old, not every night do I feel like being a super student. I'm gonna just be real with you. Some of y'all gonna be like, man, you tripping. That's cool. I'm gonna just be honest with you. Not every night do I feel like being a super student. So for me, I know I'm gonna learn as much as I can, but I'm also mature enough to know that good things take time. You're not gonna plant a seed in the ground and get an oak tree tomorrow. Like, I'm mature enough to know that. So if this is a school, most schools take you 2 to 4 years to graduate. I'm mature enough to know that. So instead of racking your brain the whole time, don't get me wrong, learn as much as you can, but they provide you with technologies that do the analyzing for you. And when it's finished doing the analyzing, if you purchase our apps, they send you to your phone what we call trade ideas. We're gonna send you to your phone what we call trade ideas. Again, the young lady, hey, I have the Robinhood app. Hallelujah, sis. But it ain't gonna give you an idea of what to invest in today. Here, we have technology that picks up on the market and says, hey, here's a good idea. Make your move right here. And all you have to do is copy, paste, and profit. Copy, paste, and profit. So for the person that's super busy, for the person who knows you weren't the first student to always shoot off the answers in class, take advantage of our technologies, buy our apps, because our apps just send the trade ideas to your phone and allow you to copy, pay attention, paste, and profit. Now, let me be very mature about it. Guys, we're not gonna always just make money, make money, make money, make money, make money. I think we're all adults enough to understand that. We didn't invite any children on this call. This is a very mature conversation. Investing comes with risk. We're gonna teach you how to minimize your risk, but maximize your profits. And they've done a study on their technologies, and they range between 70, I've seen one of Dr. Kathy's go as high as 92% in accuracy. So that means 7 out of 10 times when you're investing with these apps, you're making money, making money, making money, making money. Oops, I lost a few dollars. Oops, I lost a few dollars. But then I made money, made money, made money. Y'all get the picture. Y'all know what 7 out of 10 means. All right, so I love the copy and paste because within literally 5 minutes, I can copy 12 numbers and I can make me a couple dollars today. I can make me a couple hundred today. I can make me a couple thousand today, just borrowing the ideas of our technology. So guys, we believe this is well worth the price tag, all right? Technically, all right, they'll charge you for the whole year, all right? Well, you'll spend a couple grand for the whole year, but I'm only gonna show you today how you can do our monthly subscription, all right? So you could pay for the whole year, but a lot of people, especially in this COVID situation, all right, most people just take our 2 monthly packages. And our best package is our elite package at $275 a month. You spend a one-time startup of $325 and you get all the apps that we offer. Now, each app can make you money in another commodity. It's like having literally 7 streams of income. So if you want it all, grab our elite package. If you have to start off small, then that's the person that would grab our Forex package. Nothing wrong with that. $235 will get you started, and when we can advance you, we will. Everybody's situation is different. But for those of you who've been sick and tired of playing small, those of you who've been like, listen, I need something, I need it all, I need to win big, then you might want to take advantage of our elite package. There's multiple opportunities within it to give you more opportunities to make money every single day. All right, so you choose what fits your financial situation, choose your package, and we'll get you started. Guys, 2 little cherries on top, and I'll let you go. So here's the thing. We're inviting people into this space. As a matter of fact, in 20 minutes, about 25 minutes, you're going to be able to invite a friend to hear what you just heard tonight. When I heard about this, I got excited. All right. I still was a little weary, but I got excited. I got my questions answered, and I eventually said, Dwayne, all right, you know what being broke look like. You've seen what being rich looks like. And every time I'll choose rich over broke every day. All right. I told myself, Dwayne, go for it. Let's take a shot. And when we took that shot, I got more excited. I honestly joined kind of like with a half eye. I joined thinking, let me see what's wrong with this thing. Let me see all this stuff, right? And every time I dug for more information, it kept proving itself that this was the right decision. This was the right decision. This was the right decision. So for me, I got excited about this portion of it where you could actually share this with your network. So here's how that works. If you share this with 2 friends, you got 20 minutes. You got 25 minutes, I believe, 25 minutes. Just send the same website link that was sent to you and just say, I want you to hear what I just heard. I want you to hear what I just heard. I want you to hear what I just heard. You may like it, you may not, but I gotta make sure that you hear what I just heard. If 2 of your contacts decide, I like this, and they decide to get involved, well, you just earned yourself a scholarship. That's major. You're in this academy for free, all right? You're in this entire Wealth Academy for free with just 2 referrals, but you gotta send that link over to a friend, probably somebody that you trust and love already, somebody close to you. Send that link, you'll earn your scholarship. But there's somebody on the call that's thinking bigger. Somebody on this call, like I was thinking, I'm thinking 2. I got 2 homies that need this right now. I got 2,000 people online. I got a Facebook page. I got an Instagram page. I was in a fraternity, right? I was thinking, man, like I know there's 200 countries that need something like this right now. I had traveled a little bit, so I've seen some pretty challenging spaces around the world. All right. I'm like, man, 2 people. I'm like, yo, like 200 countries need this. I'm like, this is crazy. So anyway, if you're thinking bigger and if you can think beyond yourself, you can turn this thing into what's called a home-based big business. This part blew me away, and I'll end you with this. Take a screenshot. Because what they'll do is if you share this with just 1 more person, I said just one more person, 3, 1 more person, you unlock a residual income that's going to come in whether you invest or not. Hold on, Dwayne. So you just taught me about learning how to invest. I know learning going to take me some time. I know there's ups to the investing. I know there's downs to the investing. But you mean the academy is going to pay me if I bring them more students? A guaranteed income, a residual income. That's what's going to happen. They start you off at $150 a month. Look at my green box right here. Start from the bottom. Start it from the bottom. And what blew me away, and I'll let you go, what blew me away was this. Not only do they pay you for the 3 that you personally enrolled, but every time one of those 3, if they go share this to somebody else, you're getting paid on the increase. See, that part is where now you're moving like a CEO. See, CEOs don't try to do all the work. CEOs say, hey, I'm going to work hard now, but eventually I'll be able to kick back a little bit. Work will still be getting done, but massive income will be coming in. See, Sam Walton isn't sitting at the front register ringing people up at Walmart. but he worked hard to get that company off the ground. His hard work was building these storefronts all around the world. Your hard work is getting 3 people to watch this informational in 20 minutes. And every time the word continues to grow, your income increases with it. See, Sam Walton doesn't have to do the hard work in the front end anymore, but massive income is still coming in. That's the CEO way. Not everybody understands that CEO perspective. But if there's somebody on this call who has a CEO perspective, just give me a CEO in the chat box. Or rich perspective. I'm not sure if my friend China's on here. I love how they represent the rich university. Give me a CEO or rich, right? I love these types of titles because some people understand I don't want to be the person doing the grunt work all the time. When do I get to enjoy the luxuries of life? When do I finally get to be rich? When do I get to stop watching everybody else get rich? And when is it my turn? Well, you got to sign up for a program that allows it. Many of us signed up for jobs and we've been there 10, 20, 30 years and we wish we probably would have signed up for something else. We're giving you a chance to sign up for something else. We start you off at 150, but as our team, we call it a family over here. As our family grows, your 150 grew to 600. It grows to 1,000 a month. Thank God I'm earning over $10,000 a month just because of this one picture here. And every time it grows, they don't cap me out until it reaches $750,000 a month. So guys, I appreciate you guys for listening in. Technically, you don't have to help us expand our community. You can say, I don't want to help y'all grow y'all family. That's cool. We ain't here to argue with you. But we heavily suggest that you do so because this can be the solid foundation to help you even invest in the markets. This can be the solid income that you need to help supplement your income. All right. So guys, this is what I'm going to say. Get back with the person who invited you because right now we're on a mission. We're moving fast. Don't come in here with the slow foot. All right. I need you to move fast with us. We have a mission to help 1,000 people reach that 10,000 a month mark, which we call Chairman 10. All right. 1,000. We've already helped 400 in a pandemic. We're looking to help 600 more families make 6 figures. So don't slow poke. The same link that was sent to you, send that to a close friend and just say, hey, let's listen to this thing one more time together, right? Get another friend to listen again at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. You guys got 20 minutes now. Forward the link because not only can you help your neighbor, not only can you bless your close friend, but you're also going to either earn a scholarship for yourself or you're also going to start climbing the ladder of that residual income from 150 a month to 600 a month. Our mission is to get you to 10,000 a month. And the ultimate goal is to clear this bad boy at 750,000 a month. So guys, if you're excited, thank y'all so much for participating. Get back with the person who invited you. They're going to send you a link. Go ahead and get registered. But most importantly, let's hop on the call in 20 minutes and let's invite a friend so we can look at this together and let's expand this 6-figure chairman community with the IM Mastery Academy, guys. So thank y'all so much. Hopefully I broke that down well enough for you to understand. I'll see you guys in 20 minutes. Again, get back with the person who invited you to this call. Let them know, all right, you got my attention. I'm down. Let them know, all right. We'll get you registered, but most importantly, we're moving fast. We're in a pandemic. People need something right now. Please forward the link to 1 or 2 friends so we can come back in 20 minutes and have the next overview. All right. So I'm not quite sure who's up next, but every single one of our speakers, they've already been one of those 400 chairmen. So we're really winning in a big way, and we're not going to leave you guys out. We're all going to get a piece of this pie. So I appreciate y'all for letting me share my story. All right. Welcome to the IM Mastery Academy, and we'll see you guys in about 20.
There you guys have it. What's going on? Thank you so much for tuning in. Oh my God, Dwayne dropped them nuggets and he made it so plain and simple to understand what we're doing over here. So reach back out to me. Let's get you started using our tools. I'm Tasha the Boss Chick. Say yes and win.com. Say yes and win.com. God bless everyone.
Yeah, she was right.